So I noticed one of our pigs was being exceptionally itchy the last few days. So you may have noticed that these guys are now on our new garden bed. I have pitchforked this garden to make sure that it's aerated and to start the process of breaking down this old soil so that we can put some compost on top. I'm feeding the chickens on this plot right now. So as these guys eat their food, scratch around, they'll not only be eating all the bad bugs in the soil, but they will also be helping me to fluff it up and aerate it. And also they'll be manuring on it, which will be the compost on top of this soil to help bring some nutrients into it. Come springtime, this will be one of our future gardens to go along with the two that are already here. So super exciting stuff. 3 eggs. We have now been getting 3 eggs a day. I have already given away 2 dozen to my neighbors, so super duper exciting about that. And they are huge now, so they're big eggs, which means come springtime I'll be able to start hatching my own chicks, and they'll be nice and healthy because the eggs are big, which means the chicks will be able to develop with plenty of space and nutrients. I'm out here in the garden this morning and it's freezing. The weather has definitely cooled down around us, and it's been really hard motivating myself to come out and do things in the garden, especially because everything's growing so slow and not a lot is growing. But today I'm going to turn the compost, I'm going to start pruning this tree, and maybe I'm going to donate some of these lemons to the local food market, which is the place we go to get our pig food scraps. So I'm thinking I might give them something back, especially because we have so many lemons on this tree and just not enough uses for them. We use them a lot, our neighbors grab them from us all the time, but yeah, there's a lot here. Some of the food scraps I got this week as well for the pigs included some spring onions, so some of them are still completely fine. So I cut off the roots of them and I'm actually going to plant them into the garden here. I think I might do it up here in this garden where I've got my carrots growing really well. They are pumping. Of course, I planted this very densely, and hey, some of the carrots might actually be, oh no, it's a little small still. That's all right, we can poke him back in and hopefully he'll keep growing. They look awesome. The broccoli has actually started creating heads in the middle, so I'll be watching them to see if they grow any bigger. I may have planted these all a bit close together, which is why they're already starting to form heads. Our lettuce did start to seed, so I've already pulled that out, and I tried grabbing off some of the seeds and placing them into the ground to see if that would help any new ones to come up, but I guess we'll just see. For now, I'll put my spring onions here. Lots of onions growing in the garden at the moment. Oh, look, a nice little worm in there, right here. So I've noticed that our little fig tree here has actually started to create new shoots off of the ends that we didn't cut out. So these are all of the points that we wanted to have its new growth in, because this will go up and around as opposed to growing from the middle here or going towards the netting. So this is really encouraging to see. The bigger tree hasn't created as many shoots yet as far as I can see. There is a little one up here. just there. I hope I haven't pruned it too much, but I'm also thinking that this was a bigger prune because it was growing through the netting and I had to fix it quite quickly and quite drastically, I might add. So I am expecting that this one's going to have a bit more trouble growing some new shoots, but I mean, it does have some shoots starting to come up. I will keep an eye on it and give you guys more details as I go. So as you can see, I have chopped at a lot of this tree, and the idea of pruning, I've said it before when I was doing the fig trees, is to create more airflow through the branches that are left, and also to create less competition between the different branches that are coming off the single one. So for example, with this branch up here, there's one branch going up this way and another going this way. These two are now competing with each other. So by having two branches like this, and the more times that it keeps splitting off, the more competition the lemons actually have. So the less branches you actually have on your lemon trees, the better your lemons are going to be, because they're not trying to compete for sunlight, for nutrients and space. I could have done a lot more, but I want to stop where I am at the moment. There is a few big branches that I want to take away from the middle. So I want to create the tree so that the outside is full and then the middle has lots of space for air to flow through. The top of the tree as well, I cannot reach that, and not a lot of people will be able to. So cutting off some of those taller branches is a good idea as well, keeping the tree lower to the ground so that you can maximize the most yield from the tree, so get the most lemons out of it. So I noticed one of our pigs was being exceptionally itchy the last few days. So I gave him a really good scratch today, but I also had a look at him, and turns out that he's got mites.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I had a quick look online and I found that apple cider vinegar mixed with baking soda and rosemary will hopefully start to naturally kill the mites and prevent them as well. So yeah, I guess we'll just see how this goes.
Did it say how the mites happen?
It's a very common thing to happen to pigs. Like, I don't know exactly what kind of mites they are, but they're supposed to only infect pigs and they don't jump to other animals, but we'll just keep an eye on everyone else and make sure that they don't have them. As far as I can see, it's only Katlietka that has them, and they're mainly on his head. Not so much Tonkotsu as far as I've seen. He's not so itchy, although it looks like he might have one up there too. Yeah, he's got them too.
So what causes them?
I think it's just a natural part of the life cycle. So like with any creature, mites are one of those things that not grows, but they attach themselves to another living being, and then that's how they reproduce, and then they have their life cycle happen. And I know that usually at certain times of the year, they come out more often than others. We've been lucky that none of our pets have had mites or ticks or anything like that. But it looks like these guys are pretty affected. Look, you can see him. Yeah. He's got heaps. There's one. Poor guy's so itchy. So I'm just going to spray them.
Okay.
And I'll just make sure to do that maybe twice a day when I feed them. I'll come out and spray them all over. Yeah. And we'll see how it goes. But we might have to treat them. Did you put apple cider vinegar in their water?
Yep.
Maybe we'll give them a boost and start adding some garlic as well to boost their immune system. Yeah, it doesn't help that it's been raining the last few days. So I'm sure a damp condition is just like the next thing to help ticks like spread. It's okay, boys. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. He's got so many on him. I don't think I've seen that many on him. It'll probably be better to spray them like when they're eating so that they're not quite so affected by it. Let me spray you. No,
No.
you can't eat it. Yeah, I don't know if it's come like from the chooks or anything. Like, got himself a little lettuce leaf, eh?